722-7111, 1-800-563-8255. You can reach us on our Facebook page. You can reach us on Twitter at CBC Crosstalk. Now let's go to a couple of Jennifer McCreath tweets. Newfoundland Inc. I've heard Bill Barry refer to Newfoundland Inc. Business is about profits. Government is about people. If money is more important, why should people vote for you?
Yeah, well, money is not more important. Money is not more important. People are important. But if we have no money, we can't look after our people. We are an oil economy. We have a declining revenue base. We are running deficits. We are on a collision course with the cost of Muskrat Falls. I think, I'm not totally sure, but I don't like what I see. Maybe my mind will be changed. Do you know what? Absolutely, money is not important. It is only people that are important, and we're losing people in our province at an exponential rate. And unless we find a way to keep our people home, unless we find a way to pay the bills so that we can have the healthcare services, the education service, and the other things that we want as a people, you know, I'm with you 100%. Money is not the most important thing. People are the most important thing. But you know, with when you have money, you have the ability to do the things for people that they want done and they need to have done. And if you're poor, it's hard to provide the services for the people in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador that they deserve to have.
All right, one more before we go back to the phones from Andrea, who says, how does Bill Barry propose to strengthen the healthcare system when the 2014 Canadian Health Accord is taking $36 billion from provinces?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I talked about, when I referenced my letter to caucus, and I looked at I mean, the number one issue for all Canadians, the number one issue for all Newfoundlanders is to have a really well-structured healthcare system where people can actually get services. And, you know, when I talk about public and private, actually there's over 30% of our healthcare system that currently is really a privatized system. If you look at most community family medical practices, they are really private. They hire people privately, even though they bill MCP. The whole idea, I think, is to have a really open discussion with people that know this sphere of activity better than anybody else. Anyone who's ever gone into an outpatient's in most of the hospitals in Newfoundland, I mean, it's a little bit of a zoo, and we take a number like we're going in to buy some hamburger meat. I mean, I've been in lots of hospitals in different places in the world, and they're actually, you know, a credit card type thing. And don't go nuts now because I said credit card, but like an MCP card that you can swipe and you immediately have access to a stream that you would go through, as opposed to sitting in a continual waiting pattern. So I think all of these things need to be looked at so that people don't have to leave the province, so that we can have MRIs when we need it, we can have the type of health care that we need, and we shouldn't have to go to St. John's. If you live on, you can't have a radiation center everywhere, but you shouldn't, everyone on the island shouldn't have to go to St. John's when you've got a massive amount of people on the west coast of Newfoundland, you know, and west central Newfoundland that want to be close to their loved ones when their loved ones are sick. These all require what I'd call common sense in government. And, you know, I remember I can't even say this without getting emotional. I remember my dad just before he died, and he was hallucinating a little bit, and he was in the hospital, and he said, you know, we're going to have a big problem in this country. And I said, well, Dad, what's the problem? He said, oh, you're going to have a big problem, big problem, big problem. And eventually I said, well, what's the problem? He said, we're going to end up with a lot of people with letters stamped on their ass, and he meant degrees. And he said, we're going to have nobody with any GD sense. And, you know, he was 3 hours from his deathbed, and he absolutely believed that we were common sense, common decisions that people reach because it's the right thing to do, you know. And I mean, this is what we need. We need a whole lot of real common sense, and we need government to protect our society and protect our people. We need to disassociate from self-interests that are in there to milk the cow through the fence for their own benefit. And if I ever get in government, I swear to God, that is exactly what I'm going to do.
All right, let's go to the phones. Let's go. And before we do that, Heather Davis is tweeting, by the way, it is absolutely possible to be a politician and stay true, ethical, and passionate. If there's any doubt, just look at Lorraine Michael.
Going to turn that down. That was a live on-the-air broadcast. It's February 12, 2014. That's CBC Radio Noon Crosstalk, St. John's, Newfoundland. John Furlong with Bill Barry, well-known Newfoundland Labrador business person from Corner Brook, taking questions about his leadership bid, and kind of glad I kept the tape rolling after my question to pick up on that healthcare. How ironic, 17 years ago I stood up and questioned election candidates about our healthcare system here in Canada and the concept of the PPP. I haven't heard that word in a while, public-private partnership. Bottom line is our healthcare system is a disgrace and a disaster as it is, and we got to shake it up to fix it somehow. We can't just keep going the way we're going. We've got to consider all options in making it better, even perhaps thinking outside the box. Got to admit, I'm kind of impressed with what I heard there. Beryl Barry, I've genuinely, as I mentioned in my question, I got concerns about rich business people running governments, but he handled my question well and the healthcare question well. And if Danny Williams doesn't like this guy, then perhaps he's someone I would take a look at, folks. That's just my thoughts and opinions. But yeah, Jennifer McCreath here, glad to get on CBC Radio and glad to hear some common sense, shall we say, in the answers. Thanks for watching.